So
I think it's interesting that she chose so many different shades of brown.
she did. Like she really, like she gives it to us. She chooses all the shades of brown, all the different hair. Like she really gets it.
Texture.
And it's, you know, then working with found objects and beading and other fabrics that people give her and stuff like that. This is Barbara Bullock, and that's Barbara Bullock pictured there. So that photograph is taken by Zamani Feelings, and you'll see some of his work in the other room, because he gets that colored girl. Like when we talk about the ordinary, extraordinary colored girl and celebrating her, when he shoots, he, like, you know how some people just see it and love it? Like he sees it and he loves it and he gets it. This is Barbara, and Barbara is an internationally known artist. Like she's one of the baddest bitches on the planet, has devoted her life to doing this work. Got to see her. She had a show at Rosemont last year, and somebody asked her something about her work practice, and she's a slight woman, but when you see her work, this is actually not reflected. This is part of a fan series that she started like 6 years ago, which has had an influence on several Black female artists in Philadelphia who are all also working in that form. You'll see that's Ife working in that form there. Yeah. So this is an aspect, but we had 2 theaters of hers here last year. And when you looked at them, like what Barbara would say, like her work now is 3-dimensional work that comes off the wall. It's bigger than she is. And she says, I work with the paper until the paper forgets that it's paper. And when you look at her work, you're like, that's paper?
That's paper?
That's paper.
Wait, that's paper in the frame?
That's paper in the frame.
What?
She's not lying.
Material.
She is totally like,
even with this,
yeah,
I'm saying,
it's crazy. I mean, if people come in, they go, no, that's metal. No, that's wood. No, yeah,
I thought that
no.
was
I mean, she really, you know, she really does it.
And
It's,
a fan
it's
would be?
Yeah, it's incredible.
the hand by fan.
Yeah,
Right?
I love it.
Yeah.
I totally love it.
I just watched Revelations last night on PBS. And
really?
You're like, every time the symbol comes on, the umbrella comes on, and people go wild. And
Oh,
they're
yeah,
fanning
yeah.
themselves, and people go wild.
And we're good.
Like,
We should be going wild. I
You
mean,
know,
listen,
the recognition.
It's incredible. So that's Ife Newell, and she's talking about a good night's sleep. Her mom was in the early stages of Alzheimer's, and when this is part of a fan series she's actually working on now. I think this is a forerunner for that set. And she talks about how, you know, this idea of sleep is like impacting her mother differently, and so therefore, as a caretaker, affecting her differently, and that this is what this fan is really sort of investigating. So that's Ife. You know, this is not just the focal point of the room, but the story of the room, right? Because one of the things we want to make you present to immediately, we want you to go to hell to sleep. And so if you look, she's on her way to sleep, and everybody else is there. And, you know, sometimes I sit where you're sitting and I just look at them and they look like they're flying off the wall. I mean, they're so strong, they're so incredible. And this is Karen McAdoo, who's an artist working out of Virginia. Just really incredibly beautiful and powerful work.
I want to take this whole blue wall. I'm a blue girl.
That color.
Okay.
I'm a Delta who's a blue girl. So and I love blue, and I want to take this entire wall and put it in my house and have them looking at me.
I understand. I totally understand.
Is this a dreamscape?
So this is, yes.
This is the dreamscape.
Yes. So this is an Salon 1, you know, and it will change, like that will convert into a bed in March so that you really get it when you come in, because our idea is like we're looking for her, right? We're not there yet. So the pillows are new entries that are made by Moni Moore, right? It's just coming. It's all just coming. You're going in.
Oh, there's faces.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going into the sleep. You're heading in there, but you're not there yet. So this is the museum curator. He's actually away this weekend. This is Michael Clemens. And these are vessels. And he talks about reminding us that the body is a vessel. And these are not necessarily functional vessels that you would put something in, but rather a reminder of like who we are, what we carry, what we contain.
It makes me think
He
of
works
that
in porcelain and clay. And this is his tribute to the 4 girls who were murdered in the Birmingham bombing. So they too our vessels. This is,
Wow.
you know, this project is 8 years old, and it just, you know, in some ways you can't have a salon one that's talking about the colored girl and this desire, like what, you know, because this is about what will take us to sleep and then what keeps us. Like, what's that 400 years of
Oh my
sleeplessness?
God, like
where-
all of the references are just blowing my mind, but those are canopic vessels.
Yes.
Canopic jars, and that's the journey, right?
Yes.
There's always four.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So Michael, I mean, and you can tell he's working with all this stuff, right? Because he's got the West African
Got the
Adinkra
fans,
symbols.
Adinkra.
Yeah, which you'll see like embedded in his work. So it's very, it's
Wow.
very late. It's all very layered, and like, and it's layered in ways we know, and layered in ways that we come to discover. You know, especially when it comes to sort of like the placement of objects and stories in the museum itself.
This is beautiful.
So this is this one, and so we go from here all the way up. But I'm going to point
I'm gonna
out
leave my
something as we
bag here,
go.
too.
So absolutely.